is our end of the month, so we normally talk on Azure, anything Azure Dev or say Azure DevOps. Hi, welcome, Opeyemi. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you how you doing today?
Welcome. I'm doing fine. Nice to have you. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So yesterday we talked about continuous delivery. So how to use continuous delivery, which is the other part of CI. So today we'll be talking about continuous integration. So in a basic term, you will ask what is continuous integration. So continuous integration is just basically in a layman's term, how you're gonna continuously add value in a project from a technical point of view. Say in a company, you have an application, version one, and in the next say after 3 months or after 6 months, you want to add new values or new features to this to the application.
He sell this one now. When he
Somebody's
started that
talking.
remote yesterday. They say he sell at 1.5 and this one is 156,000.
Put you on mute. Can you put yourself on mute? Thank you. Cool. So you are building new application. So and you want to add new features to this application, say a booking app, and you want to add say weather information, so weather forecast information to that application.
Check and see now.
It's possible now. It's possible now. It's possible now. Yeah, things don't cost now. You go. My rechargeable phone, right?
Somebody's still talking.
Don't rechargeable.
I would mute. Okay, he's on mute now. Cool. Sorry for the inconvenience. So like I was saying, so this application, when you add new features to it, that is continuous integration. So you are continuously adding value to an already existing application or already existing software, so an end product. And that's basically continuous integration. And the idea there is that you don't want to interrupt the front end. So the app people currently using it, you don't want to have a downtime for them. In the back end, you do this continuous integration. And Microsoft Azure Pipelines can help you do that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And so we're going to have like look at a lab section. So the lab section, I would discuss it. I would demo it live, but today just focusing on how you can do it, a step-by-step guide on how you can achieve that and do it on your own self. Um, next week or next month, I'll do the live lab on it. So first, we need to set up the environment. So first, we will get a prerequisite. So the prerequisite is all about having an Azure subscription. So Azure subscription is just like a token you will need to run a compute on Azure DevOps. So you can use it on Azure DevOps environment or on the Azure environment itself. So the first exercise we're going to look at is how you can set up the Azure DevOps build environment. So you create the teams project. So everything within Azure DevOps environment goes through a team environment. So you create a project, you create an organization, and you create a project, and that's the prerequisite there. And so we would navigate within the pipelines environment of Azure DevOps. So bearing in mind, this is the interface of Azure DevOps if you have not used it before. There you see the boards. The board is like Jira. So say Joey, I don't know if you guys are for project management, you guys use like Jira or you use like SAP to manage projects, so backlogs and stuff like that. That's similar to what Microsoft have in Azure DevOps, which is the boards. Repos is the where you do your repository management. So it's just like GitLab, where all your codes are in different versions, and then you have the pipelines. So today we'll be using the pipeline side of Azure DevOps for this tutorial. Somebody's there. Okay. Hi, Victor. How you doing? Hi, Victor.
Hello, I'm good.
How you doing? Welcome.
I'm doing good evening.
Yeah, we already started. I'll put you on the mute, okay? I'll put yourself on the mute. Thank you. Yeah. So Azure pipelines we're going to use for this CI. In the Azure pipeline environment, we're going to use the builds and the release pipeline. So there are 3 pipelines within Azure pipelines. So the build pipeline, the release, and the deployment pipeline. So this, but we're going to use the builds and the release pipelines for this lab. So when you open it, the text plan is also another tool within the Azure DevOps toolkits. So you have 4 environments, and we have one more called the Azure Artifact, but it's not in this print screen I made. And that's what Azure DevOps offers you. So 5 suites of products within one environment. And that's what you can use to do end-to-end DevOps in Microsoft Azure environments. Currently, you can also use GitHub. Microsoft acquired GitHub, and you can also do that using GitHub environment. So we already have a pipeline already configured. The name of the pipeline is called the Parts Unlimited E2E pipeline. So this is just Parts Unlimited is a company that does parts management, and they want to build a new feature, and I targeted Parts Unlimited E2E pipeline. And this pipeline was created from a demo generator tool. So Microsoft has this tool where you can run a compute or run a pipeline anytime you want, and it gives you a template which you can use to run a lab or a demo. So we would fetch it, and then we will now click on edit. So instead of not to have 2 pipelines triggers, we'd have to disable one. So using the CI trigger, and then we now have to uncheck it and then use the one we need for the project we need. So from the drop-down environments within triggers, you have to now enable continuous integration. So we have to go back to the pipelines and then click on new pipeline. Within Azure environment, you can use Azure DevOps environment. The default way to create a pipeline is using YAML. Say also AWS environments is you also use YAML. Another way is to use the classic editor, which is just a click and drop way. On the back end, the template runs for you. If you're using YAML, you're using just a command, kind of listen commands to run your pipeline as well. So default wise, YAML is used, but today we are using a classic editor. So when you click on that, we have different options on where to get our code. So you either use Azure Repos Kit, TFS, TFVC, so Team Foundation Version Control. We also have GitHub. GitHub Enterprise is what companies use. GitHub itself is just the community edition anybody can use. And GitHub Enterprise has more features, but used by because you have to pay licenses for it. We also have Subversion, Bitbucket, or use external Git from any other company out there. The project name is Parts Unlimited Refresh, and this repository we're using a repository with this name Parts Unlimited, and this is coming from the master branch. So that's it. So you have master branch and secondary branch, and then we click on continue. Normally, you can locate the ASP.NET template and click apply to apply the template to the build definition. So that's what we have here. So these are all templates pre-configured by Microsoft for you. So if say you want to extend or add something to this template, when you open it, when you apply it and choose it, you can go on edit and add more something in between to your own test, to your own specification. So this the process. So what Microsoft does is that I don't know if you guys know what is called NuGet. A NuGet is a dependency management tool. When you choose this template, the ASP.NET template, Microsoft will use NuGet to restore any dependency packages there. So dependency management is like, okay, you have already a new extension to already existing code. NuGet helps us to update it and to align and restore dependencies, your packages you might have. And then we go on the variable tab icon. And then here you can configure like a special parameter. So special parameters could be the build configuration, build platform, or say you need to do like say system debug or something like that. Then we have to click on the trigger bar. So after the variable bar, we click on the triggers bar. So the triggers bar enables you to 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 make available the continuous integration. So you need to do basically manually enable it. So as you can see, the enable continuous integration tab was selected. Then next we have to go on the options tab. And this has kind of a variety of choices. Say, for instance, if you want to build the timeout of the build, if the job cancelled, how many minutes you want it to cancel or rebuild again. If you have like an authorization scope, all these kind of things, you can put through it. And then finally, we go to the risk history icon. And in the history icon, we have to now click on save and queue it and queue the job to be run. So then we click save and queue, and then we have to now go on the run to run the command. Somebody's joining. Okay. Hi, Savi. Welcome.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're welcome. Yeah, we already started. Can you be on mute and then let's continue. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what you see. We have using hosted V2 2017 agent pool. We're using the master branch and it as the variables. And we click on save and run. Now, the next task is to track and review our builds. So this icon tells you that the build is in progress. It's been configured. So it depends on the speed of your compute or your device or your laptop. It goes quicker based on the compute capacity you have, or based on, say, before you queue this job, there's already another job being run. So if you don't have another job being run, it will go quicker. But at the moment, what we can see is being queued in progress. So you could see once the build starts, you can track the console output and clicking by click agent job one. So that is what you see. So this is what you see being built, and the stages will still will be coming down here. You can see and the time stamp. And when that is done, you will see a green check mark. Means the run is complete. And the summary view provides you kind of overview of the job, the duration. The test has 100% passed. This means that, say, it might be 80% or 90%, meaning that if you say it 90%, means that 90% of the job of the code itself were processed, 10% was kept, or 10% wasn't processed. So you can click on it to see, okay, to see which code or which command or which step wasn't processed. And that's what this timestamp shows you. In our case, 100% was passed, and it took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Now we go and click on the test icon, and we could see it here. So you could see 14 was passed. No, that we don't have no failures, and that's basically a nice deployment. Somebody's there. Okay. Yeah. Next, task 3 is to invoke the continuous integration build. So we'll go back to the repository. So like I said, the repository is where you have your codes being reserved for your compute. In the repository in Azure DevOps environment, you can also, from repository, you can also fetch your codes in GitHub or GitLab. People also have their codes there, so you can fetch it in Azure DevOps environments, and then you can look it on files and can see the commits being you have there to a different commit. So when you want to run a code, you do what you call a pull request, and that's what we have. So you can have like a files like PowerShell files, CLI Azure CLI files. You can have like Terraform templates or any JSON templates you can in your repository. Hello, Joseph. Welcome.
Hello.
Can you mute yourself, please? We already started. Thank you. So then, so we open the file called Parts Unlimited HTML file, and then we have to now click on Edit. So we're going to edit this file, and we're going to do some changes to it. So you could say you have you have a JSON script. You want to alter the code, and that's what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna, in this case, we're gonna do a kind of a change. You can call it a cosmetic change or something. The idea there is to see what continuous integration means in itself. So I will show you later. So we do a cosmetic change, such as like you can change the title of the document. When you do that, then you click on commit. So here, what we did is like we added homepage. So this is a JSON script, right? So line 1, this is the code. Line 4, in line 4, we added homepage with 3 dots. That's the cosmetic change we made. After doing that, we click on commit. Then we have to now accept the commit details and click commit. So when this is done, see what happens next. So we click on pipelines. So you could see here that the new job have already started. This job was the one we already run before. That's the next job being running. So you could see it's being running, and this is when it finished. So that's basically what is continuous integration. So the idea there is that, okay, you could see here, this is point 1. This is the job. This is the job we run before, and this is now point 2. So this is the new builds, and this is the one we already run before. So this is actually what continuous integration entails. So when you add a new feature on already existing code, that's what continuous integration means. So the idea there is that, okay, when we made this cosmetic change, it didn't affect the front end of the application. So say we have a airline application, an application we have. In the back end, we are doing this cosmetic change, but the user experience still goes on. So when people are using this app, they didn't experience any downtime. And that's what we call continuous integration and continuous delivery. So in this case, continuous integration means a way you add value continuously to the customer environment. So the customer experience, so the person using this app, busy in it, will get new value, new features, real time, without altering his experience or having himself using that app at that moment. And that's DevOps for you. So so in the next section lab we have, I will now do a lab section, real lab on this tutorial I just presented. Yeah. So questions and answers. So if you have any question or you want me to explain something that wasn't clear to you, you can let me know. Joey, you maybe you have any questions? So this, if it's not you're from the recruitment side, the managerial part. I
Yeah,
don't know how much you know about.
yeah, I do know something about CI/CD.
Yeah.
It's like one of the major parts currently looked for in companies.
Yeah.
And I do believe many companies look for it, as explained, because of the no downtime. Also, like the ease of, I believe, the developments are not like the computer needs to be enormous, because
Yeah.
if you are going to change the entire thing in the back end and then need to run it yourself manually, it's
Yes.
also, I believe, like a major impact on the computer. It goes out or you need to upgrade it. It's really expensive. I've seen like things that if you run like one small computer, it's already like 200 euros or something per hour. It's insane how quickly it can go.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think somebody asked a question. Let me see in the chat. Yeah, somebody said, I just joined today. What and what is needed of me to get started? That's from Opayemi. Opayemi. Okay, Opayemi is here. Opayemi, can you elaborate more? So you mean what you need to start in DevOps or cloud in general?
You're currently still on mute. Maybe that's.
Yeah. Opayemi, you're still on mute. Maybe I think he meant he just started today with DevOps, you know, or maybe he started today by joining our Azure community. Okay. Yeah. Opayemi, are you still there? Okay, probably he's not there. He's not behind his device. So Bolaji, Victor, Kunle, if you have any question, let me know. Nice to have you guys today. So if no questions, Joey, any question?
No, it's really clear. So nice for me to see the other side. I just see the text and what's required, but it's good to see in detail now what is done.
Yeah, perfect, cool. Yeah, nice. Well, guys, nice to have you guys. And without further ado, without wasting your evening, let's call it a day. Thanks for joining, and it was nice having you guys. Bye, guys.
Thiago. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye. Bye.